Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to figure out your daily calorie needs, both for maintaining your current weight and for creating a calorie deficit if your goal is weight loss. I will also walk you through how to calculate the calories in your food so you can take full control of your meals and results. By the end of this video, you will have a clear and simple method to understand your calorie intake and make it work for your goals. Before we dive in, let me quickly share what I personally do to stay on track with my health. For me, it all starts in the morning with water, and I make sure to drink at least 2 to 3 liters throughout the day. I also practice intermittent fasting using the 16-8 method. That is 16 hours fasting and 8 hours eating window. During the eating window, I focus on eating the right meals to fuel my body, and to stay active, I take about 7 to 10,000 steps a day. This simple habit sets the foundation for everything I'm about to show you, because once you have your routine in place, understanding your calories becomes so much easier. Now let us move into practical examples so you can see how this all comes together. For my breakfast today, I add soaked chia seeds and boiled eggs. I use 2 teaspoons of chia seed soaked for about 15 minutes. You can soak it longer if you prefer. Then I boil 2 medium eggs. Before boiling, I always rinse my eggs properly to remove any dirt or germs, and I cook them for about 10 minutes because I do not like running eggs. When it comes to calories, the 2 medium eggs add up to 140 calories, and the chia seed is about 45 calories. That makes a total of 185 calories for my breakfast today. Wondering how I calculated that? Keep watching, because later in this video, I will show you exactly how to calculate the calories in your food. Let us move on to how I measure and prepare my other meal. This step is very important because it's the foundation for knowing exactly how many calories are in your food. Here is how I do it. First, I put on my kitchen scale and place the pot on it. Then press the tab button to remove the weight of the pot. After that, I added my turkey, then I check the weight, then I write it down. I press the tab button again. I added my seasoning. I check the weight again, then I write it down. I repeated this process for the salt and other ingredients I used. Once I recorded all the weights, I put the pot on the stove and boil the turkey until it's done. So I continue the same weighing process for all other ingredients I'll be using for this soup, including the already cooked Ewedu soup. This is basically how to measure your raw food on scale. I mean step by step, so you have all the numbers written down. Later on, we will use those numbers to calculate the calories in the food. So I'll leave you to see how I do it before we get to the next stage.
There are
Once the soup is ready, the next step is preparing the swallow to go with it. I started by weighing the water I'll be using to prepare the swallow. I'm using 1.5 cup of water. I also weigh it on the scale, which I don't think is actually necessary. So after that, I weigh the red guinea corn and cassava flour mix. For this meal, I use 1 cup of the flour mix, which came out to 100 grams on the scale. In case you are interested in making this kind of swallow, the ratio of red guinea corn to cassava is 2:1. For example, if you are using 2 congos of guinea corn, you will need 1 congo of cassava to make the flour. I also make sure to sieve the flour before using it, just to get a smoother texture. Now I will leave you to watch how I prepared the swallow. Now that the guinea corn swallow is ready, the next thing is to weigh it. I turn on the kitchen scale again, place my plate on it and press the tar button to remove the weight of the plate. Then I scoop in the swallow until I get the portion I want, which came out to 292 grams. I move on to the soup and turkey. I place my soup bowl on the scale, press the tar button again, and scoop in the Ewedu soup until I reach the quantity I want. That came out to 278 grams. And finally, I pressed the tar button once more. I added the cooked turkey and its weight came out to 114 grams. After weighing everything, the swallow came to 330 calories, the soup 180 calories, and the turkey 154 calories. That makes a total of 664 calories for my dinner. Now let's move on to the next step, how to know your daily calorie intake, whether you are eating for maintenance or aiming for a calorie deficit. Go to the Chrome browser on your phone and type in TDEE calculator just as you see on the screen. Press enter and click on the first option that comes up. Once the page opens, enter your details, your age, your weight in kilograms, your height in centimeters, and your activity level. For me, I chose light exercise since I usually walk between 7 to 10,000 steps a day. If you know your body fat percentage, you can also enter it, but if you don't, just leave it blank. After entering my details, the calculator shows that for my activity level, my daily calorie intake is 1,912 calories to maintain my current weight. But since my goal is weight loss, I will be creating a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit simply means eating less than your normal maintenance calories. For me, I chose a deficit of 412 calories, which brings my daily calories intake down to 1,500 calories. This number, whether your maintenance calories or your calorie deficit, becomes your daily target and helps you know how much you should be eating each day. Now that you know your daily calorie target, the next step is to calculate the calories in your actual food. To do this, you can use ChatGPT. Open the app on your phone. If you don't have it, you can download it from the App Store or Play Store. Then type in your question clearly. For example, how many calories are in 2 medium boiled eggs? It may give you a range of numbers, but to be on a safe side, always pick the higher one. For me, I will pick the 140 calories here. Next, I do the same for 2 teaspoons of chia seeds, and I would take 45 calories here as well. The key is to make sure you enter a well-detailed prompt in ChatGPT so you can get the most accurate results for your food. I also asked ChatGPT to calculate the total calories for my breakfast, and it came out to 185 calories. This makes it really easy to know exactly how much I'm eating without guesswork. That was for breakfast, and now let's move on to dinner. For this recipe, I already wrote the full prompt in a notepad on my phone. What I would do is copy it from the notepad and paste it into ChatGPT. You can pause and play the video to follow along with the prompts. And if you would like me to share the exact prompt, just drop a comment and I'll reply with it. In the prompt, I included both the measurements of all the raw ingredients I use for the food, as well as the measurements of the cooked meal. Let's go ahead and read it together.
Next to me, I feel like you were gone. It's all the things you never show. They're all the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me,
Now open ChatGPT on your phone and paste the prompt in it. You can see the breakdown ChatGPT has given us. The swallow is 330 calories, the soup is 180 calories, and the turkey is 150 calories. Altogether, that makes my dinner 664 calories. When I add that to my breakfast, my total for the whole day comes to 884 calories. Now, this is much lower than both my maintenance calories of 1912 and even my calorie deficit target of 1500. That means today I didn't consume all the calories my body needed. It's not always like this every day, but today I just felt bloated and I couldn't eat more. And that's how I track my daily calories, by weighing my food and checking with ChatGPT and comparing it to my daily targets. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please like this video, share it, and subscribe for more simple and practical tips. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.